Xbox has announced a developer direct which will be returning on January 23rd. So let's dive into this right now. Long story short, the developer direct returns on January 23rd. We were talking about this a little bit yesterday because Jez Corden was hinting, he was doing his little hinty hint thing about how there might be some sort of big announcement in the form of an Xbox developer direct in the near future. Well, guess what? It turns out Jez Corden's hinty hinting actually led to something. The developer direct returns on January 23rd, a celebration of what's coming for Xbox players, written by former colleague Joe Screbbles. Developer direct returns on January 23rd, a celebration of what's coming for Xbox players. I'm definitely going to be watching this. I will be talking about it later. And after the stream on the following day, interview with Phil Spencer. Very excited about that. It's time to look at what's next. Developer Direct is back on Thursday, January 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time. Fans will get an inside look at a selection of highly anticipated games coming to Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Game Pass players this year. Okay. Very, very good. I always do like hearing about more Xbox games and what that slate of games will end up looking like in the new year. Harry over on Twitch says, I really hope they shadow drop the mystery game like they did with Hi-Fi Rush. Yes, if you actually look at the artwork, I'll just open it here in a new tab. You can see they have some sort of mystery game here with a question mark. We're going to read about Sandfall Interactive here in just a second, but Compulsion, I think we watched that documentary that I got copyright flagged for about the Compulsion games, South of Midnight game, and honestly, I was really, really into it. It was about folklore and diving into what that would look like if it were real. Very intrigued by South of Midnight. id Software is going to be there showing off Doom the Dark Ages. Obviously, Doom the Dark Ages looks great. Everybody has seen it. Everybody who went to QuakeCon was able to see that video game being played. Very excited about that. Curious to see. The developer direct starts January 23rd, 10 a.m. Pacific time. That is quite early. And we will read more about that in a second. So we've read a little bit about it. Presented by the game creators themselves, Developer Direct offers an in-depth look at upcoming titles, how they're being created, and who's creating them. We'll visit Compulsion Games in Montreal, Canada. To learn more about South of Midnight, head to Montpellier, France to see Sandfall Interactive for a look at, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. That is really, really cool. I'm really excited about Clair Obscur. Stop by the legendary id Studios in Richardson, Texas to check in on Doom the Dark Ages and visit a surprise location to see another studio's brand new game. Fans should tune in on Xbox channels at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK, January 23rd to see all the latest on. We'll get into the games in just a second. Chat, I have to ask you, out of all of those games that we know of, Doom the Dark Ages, South of Midnight, Clair Obscur, how do you rank them? What is your most excited, most anticipated game? And then what are the follow-ups from there? Curious to hear your thoughts. I think for me, personally, out of all those games, I'm still super excited about Doom the Dark Ages. Doom is my number one. Followed up shortly thereafter by Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And I am curious about South of Midnight. The more I've learned about how you can turn off the 60 FPS, or you can play just in 60 FPS without the jittery look to it. Professor Plays Games actually says South of Midnight is their number one easily. Looks like an evolution of the Kena combat with a huge plus with the story looking excellent. Yeah, the excellent storytelling is good. They do give us a few more details about the games that we will be seeing here. Here's what they say for Doom the Dark Ages. Developed by id Software, Doom the Dark Ages is the prequel to the critically acclaimed Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal that tells the epic cinematic origin story of the Doom Slayer's Rage. In this third installment of the modern Doom series, players will step into the blood-stained boots of the Doom Slayer in this never-before-seen dark and sinister medieval war against hell. Learn more during the full game reveal at Developer Direct. People have already seen this game demoed live during QuakeCon, and they were very positive about it. We have write-ups. Somehow, I have never seen footage leaked from QuakeCon. They trust their fans. The fans don't let them down, and they have managed to not spoil footage of the game yet. So I am very, very excited to see Doom the Dark Ages and whatever that may look like. Spoilers, I think it's going to look great. Doom has never let me down, and I don't think it'll let me down now. I even started playing Doom Eternal so that I could see what was up with Doom Eternal. South of Midnight was the next game we were going to discuss. Compulsion Games, the creators of Contrast and We Happy Few, will share a deep dive on South of Midnight, a third-person action-adventure game set in the American Deep South. As Hazel, you will explore the mythos and confront mysterious creatures inspired by Southern folklore to unravel her family's hidden past in this dark, modern folktale. I think we've seen a lot of South of Midnight. We had previews of South of Midnight. We had an extended documentary released about South of Midnight. We had extended gameplay released for South of Midnight. At this point, I don't know how much more they can show. Do we have a release date for South of Midnight yet? Do we have a release date for South of Midnight yet? Release, let's see, 2025. They're going to reveal the release date. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Honestly, everybody should be paying more attention to Clair Obscur. You got to wrestle with your spacing and everything. Here's what they say about Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Sandfall Interactive will take us behind the scenes at their studio to shed some light on the development of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, this debut studio's incredible new RPG. The team will share more about the game's creation and how they plan to deliver an incredible story in a gorgeous fantasy world. Stay tuned to our official social channels for more from Developer Direct, airing on Thursday, January 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. UK time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. As you may have heard, I've gone independent from IGN, so subscribing and liking will help this video get shared. And you can also support on Patreon like these fine people. The Platinum supporters are Christopher Eddy, Phil Aroni, The Scarecrow 121, Inner Machine, Savage, and Spin Gitter 889. Thank you so much for supporting or becoming a member. Anybody on the screen that you see right now, I do greatly appreciate it. I'm going to get out of here, but before I go, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. I forgot to turn it off. And I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.